I thought The Wrong Missy was a really great film, fun story, great performances, really enjoyed it. Was very surprised to learn that it had a couple of Razzie nominations. It was nominated for Worst Actor and Worst Actress for David Spade and Lauren Lapkus, and the Worst Screen Combo, which really surprised me. That being said, there are some Razzie nominees and winners that I absolutely love, such as All About Steve. That film actually introduced me to the concept of the Razzies, and I was very surprised. So I don't always agree with the Razzies, the Golden Raspberry Awards, but I was still surprised to see that this film had some nominations there. And in general, I really enjoyed it. It was released in 2020. It's directed by Tyler Spindel. It's written by Chris Pappas and Kevin Barnett. And we have a cast including, of course, David Spade and Lauren Lapkus. We also have Jackie Sandler, Rob Schneider. Great cast and performances. I was going to say likable characters, but I think I'm going to use some different words here. Tim is likable. Missy is high energy. She is a lot. She is a lot to deal with, and the performance there is absolutely fantastic, but it's quite intense. Tim is going to a corporate retreat, and he texts the wrong Missy, and they're getting along really well. They had a first date once upon a time, and it didn't turn into anything, but he decides to text her and invite her on this retreat, and they're getting along really well over text. And he only finds out he texted the wrong Missy when she gets on the plane seat beside him. There is no way of backing out of that at that point. So he has to go on this corporate retreat with this very larger-than-life character. In the film, I thought she was fantastic. In real life, she would drive me insane. And obviously that gives us quite a lot of mixed emotions with Tim. I think he's feeling very uncomfortable. He's feeling like this is a very awkward situation, but he's not very rude about it either. Well, he's likable. So it was a really awkward situation, and I found it to be rather entertaining. There's a lot of variety in what's happening, obviously based on the retreat nature. There are a lot of different activities, and in general, I thought the story worked really well. There are a lot of opportunities for comedy, and I think it absolutely delivers. We also have some really gorgeous locations. Let me check and see where this is filmed, because visually we have some bright lighting, beautiful scenery, according to IMDb. This was filmed in Hawaii, and we do have some beautiful scenery to look at. The characters are really well written. I have no complaints about it. I thought it was a really fun experience. I don't know if I'd ever watch it again, but maybe I would. And of course, the big question is, what's going to happen with Missy by the end of the film? Will Tim change his opinion, or will she prove to be a little bit too much to handle? And of course, I'm not going to answer that, but I do think that the narrative is well written. I think it's a really fun story with some very strong, arguably, yes, slightly irritating, but fun, very well written characters with some solid performances. And I don't agree with the Razzie nominations. That's not the first time, though, so that's maybe not a big surprise. Check it out if you're curious. I think you might find it to be a really enjoyable story. The Wrong Missy is ultimately a pretty decent film.